Imagine having a normal morning. You're buying bread at the market. Your kids are playing in the street. It's just another day in one of the most beautiful cities in the Roman Empire. And then the mountain explodes. Not slowly, not with warning. It detonates like the largest bomb ever created, sending a column of ash and rock 15 miles into the sky. The sun disappears. The sky turns black in seconds. It's noon, but it looks like midnight. And then the rocks start falling. You run inside. You gather your family. You wait for it to stop. But in a few hours, a cloud of superheated gas and ash, moving at 100 miles per hour, at temperatures over 500 degrees, is going to roll down that mountain and flash cook everyone in this city in less than a second. Your body will lock in place, frozen in whatever position you're in, trying to shield your child, covering your face, and you'll stay that way for 1,700 years. This is August 24th, 79 AD. This is Pompeii. And in less than 24 hours, one of the greatest cities in the ancient world will be erased, buried under 20 feet of ash, forgotten for over a millennium. Let me take you back to a city that doesn't know it has hours left to live. Pompeii, August 79 AD. Picture paradise. The Bay of Naples sparkling blue, white sand beaches, vineyards climbing the hillsides, and rising above it all Mount Vesuvius. Beautiful, green, peaceful. Nobody calls it a volcano. They don't even have a word for volcano in Latin. They think it's just a mountain that makes incredible wine. Pompeii is spectacular, a thriving port city of 20,000 people. The streets are paved with stone, public baths with heated floors, an amphitheater that seats 20,000. The houses of the rich have beautiful frescoes, gardens with fountains, mosaic floors. This is a city that loves life. The bars are always full. There's graffiti everywhere, election slogans, love poems, insults. And looming over it all, beautiful and absolutely lethal, is Vesuvius. Here's what they don't know. Vesuvius hasn't erupted in over 800 years, so long that people have completely forgotten it's dangerous. They look at Vesuvius and see fertile farmland, safety, home, but the mountain has been waking up. In 62 AD, 17 years before, a massive earthquake devastated Pompeii. Buildings collapsed. The city has been slowly rebuilding, but nobody connects the earthquake to the mountain. They don't realize it was Vesuvius stretching, getting ready to wake up. In the weeks before the eruption, there are more signs. Small earthquakes, wells drying up, animals acting strange, but nobody puts it together. They don't know what a volcano is. So on the morning of August 24th, Pompeii wakes up like any other day. Markets are opening. Bakers are making bread, kids are playing, and at approximately 1:00 p.m. everything ends. Vesuvius literally explodes. The entire top blows off. A column of rock, ash, and gas shoots 15 miles straight up at the speed of sound. The blast is equivalent to 100,000 atomic bombs. The first sign is the sound, a boom so loud it's felt in your chest. Everyone stops. They look toward the mountain and see something impossible. A black and gray cloud, boiling, rising, spreading across the sky like a living thing. Within minutes, the sky goes dark. The sun is blocked out, and then the pumice starts falling. These volcanic stones are the size of golf balls, tennis balls, some the size of your fist. Hot, falling by the millions. The streets fill up fast. Within an hour, there's a foot of pumice. Within 2 hours, 2 feet. Roofs start collapsing. People are being hit, killed by falling stones. Some people run for the gates, trying to escape. The roads are chaos. Some decide to shelter in place. They go to the strongest rooms in their houses. They gather their families, their valuables. They wait in the dark, listening to the pumice hammer their roofs, praying it will stop. But Vesuvius isn't done. For hours, the pumice continues. The city is being buried. Roofs collapse. People are suffocating, crushed, buried alive. The streets are now 6 feet deep. And then around midnight, everything changes. The eruption column, that 15-mile tower, becomes unstable. It collapses. All that material, millions of tons of superheated ash and gas, falls back down the mountain. It forms a pyroclastic surge, a ground-hugging cloud of death moving at 100 miles per hour. The first surge hits Herculaneum. About 300 people are huddled on the beach when it arrives. The temperature is around 930 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough that your blood boils instantly. Death is instantaneous. A mother clutching her infant, a man reaching for a boat, all frozen, flash-cooked where they stand. Pompeii has a few more hours. The people hiding in their homes have no idea what's coming. They're just waiting in the dark, hoping the gods will spare them. Around dawn on August 25th, after 18 hours of eruption, the surges reach Pompeii. The people hiding inside think they're safe. They're not. The pyroclastic surges flow like liquid, filling every space, every room, and the heat kills instantly. In 1748, over 1,600 years after the eruption, workers discovered the buried city, and what they found was unlike anything in archaeology. Pompeii was perfectly preserved. The ash had sealed everything. Bread still in the ovens, wine jars still sealed, graffiti, paintings, furniture exactly where it was left. But most haunting of all, the people. The ash hardened around the bodies, creating perfect molds. In the 1860s, archaeologist Giuseppe Fiorelli poured plaster into the hollow spaces, creating casts. The results are horrifying and heartbreaking. A family huddled together. The mother's arm wrapped around her daughter, trying to protect her. It didn't matter. A man lying face down, hands covering his head. You can see every detail. His fingers, the expression on his face, mouth open, gasping. A dog chained to a post, trying to climb higher as the ash rose, unable to escape. A pregnant woman curled on her side, 9 months pregnant. Both she and her unborn child died in that room. 2 men in what appears to be an embrace. Recent analysis suggests they were lovers. They died holding each other. The casts capture everything. The folds in their clothing, the expressions on their faces. These aren't skeletons. These are people who had plans, who had no idea this was their last day. The famous muleteer cast shows a man clutching a bag of coins. In his last moments, as the world ended, he was holding onto his money. We found a wealthy family surrounded by their gold. They had time to gather their treasures, not time to save themselves. The total death toll was probably 16,000 to 20,000 people, but we've only found about 1,150 bodies. Thousands more are still buried, frozen in their final moments, waiting to be found. The eruption buried 4 cities completely. Erased so completely that within a generation, people forgot exactly where they were. For over 1,500 years, Pompeii existed only in old documents. When Pompeii was rediscovered, it changed everything. For the first time, we could see exactly how Romans lived. Normal people. We could read their graffiti, see what they ate, how they loved. There's graffiti that says, "Marcus loves Spengusa." Just random people leaving their mark, never knowing that 2,000 years later we'd be reading their words. Here's what haunts me. Vesuvius is still active. 3 million people now live in its shadow. Naples is right there. Vesuvius will erupt again, not might, will. Volcanologists monitor it constantly. They think they can get everyone out in time. But the people of Pompeii thought they were safe too. The lesson isn't just about a volcano. It's about hubris. About building our lives in beautiful, dangerous places and hoping we'll get lucky. Pompeii reminds us how fragile everything is. Those people had no idea they had hours left. The mother protecting her child didn't know it was futile. The lovers thought they had years together. None of them knew. We never know. That's the real terror of Pompeii. Everything can end in an instant, without warning, without mercy. But here's the beautiful thing. By being preserved so perfectly, the people of Pompeii achieved immortality. We know them. We've seen their faces, read their words. They're more real to us than most ancient people. That mother has been holding her daughter for 2,000 years, longer than empires last. Her love, frozen in ash, has outlasted everything. Maybe that's the real story, not the destruction, the preservation. The reminder that we're all living on the slopes of our own volcanoes, but we love anyway. We build anyway. We keep living anyway. Because what else can we do? Vesuvius took everything from Pompeii, but it couldn't take their humanity. It couldn't erase who they were. And 2,000 years later, we're still finding them, still remembering them. That's not nothing. That's everything.